what I was doing was I was reading up on the theory. This is a very interesting theory. I was reading up on the theory of clothes and politics.
Clothes and politics.
There's a definite correlation between clothes and politics, and this is what I've been studying up on. See, it's just that you can tell who's running the country by how much clothes people wear. See?
Oh, do you mean that some people can afford more clothes on and other people have less on?
That's right. See, the ordinary people, you would say that, the ordinary people are the less-ons. See?
So who's running the country?
The morons.
At least that's who's running White Pine County, 18 minutes past 8 o'clock. Your morning on a sure happy it's Thursday. And I have had next to no sleep. And there's a reason why I've had next to no sleep, because my blood pressure has been raging after yesterday's county commission meeting. And I'll talk more about that after Major League Baseball opening day. Boy, you remember the days when the opening day was, great shakes? Everybody was all excited? Who's really excited? I mean, I doubt that even the sports books are excited today. Really? I mean, anyway, it is National Viagra Day. For some people, it will be a really, really hard day. It really will be. That's the, yes. And this is International Whiskey Day. Do not mix your whiskey in your Viagra or you'll end up like a county commissioner. That's the point. Good morning, Cindy, Joyce, Judge, Kathy, Randy, Keith, Chris, Liz, Cynthia, Rod, Bob, Ruben, Daniel, Roy, Francis, Andrew, Amy, Harry, Leslie, Gary, Max, and Dabron. I need this music for just a moment to settle down. I want to remind people here in White Pine County that because of county commissioners like Commissioner Dirt, we were taken over by the state from 2005 to 2008, and we are on the cusp of that right now. We really are. Because the attitudes of we ain't paying for nothing, we ain't going to do anything. Honest to goodness, I have to wonder if Commissioner Dirt has at least the intelligence of Jasmine Crockett. If you listen to our other shows, you know who that is. And the number of things that were said, 17 cents per $1,000 of your county property tax goes to the state in a general improvement fund. I think that's the term that was used. And Assembly Bill 224, and I've tried to contact Bert Gurr, and I haven't heard back yet. This money is there in a fund because due to the cost, the county has money set aside to replace the over 100-year-old White Pine Middle School, the original high school, and to pay for replacing the 100-year-old David E. Norman elementary school. And there's money already in the pot for $10 million. The problem is, the current estimates say it could be as much as $90 million for that. Now, here's the deal. The state has a fund to take care of that, but it has to go through the leftist legislature to get the money. And so Adam Young, and we're going to have Adam on next week to talk about this. It's not going to raise your taxes. because you've already paid it. And he came in to explain it, that, the facilities are not Americans for Disabilities Act compliant, and, having them compliant would make George Chachis very happy. That's his constant rant, The existing schools cannot be easily remodeled, and sure couldn't be remodeled over the summer, because you got to do asbestos remediation. And I would think Commissioner Dirt, given his job, or alleged job, would understand that. There are fire suppression issues, and there are safety issues. And two commissioners whom I will call the XY Coalition, those of you who have remember your biology will understand that, just couldn't understand why we need new schools. These are the people you elected. And they also believe that by terminating the interim county commissioner along with interim county manager, that it's not going to affect their workload at all. And yet they wouldn't give their exempt employees even a 3% step raise. This county commission, and the XY coalition primarily, is bound and determined to do everything possible to put this county back into state receivership. And this is the sort of thing I tried to tell you about at election time. And you didn't listen. You still voted for County Commissioner Dirt, who still has refused to file his campaign finance reports, who has refused to tell you how much money he paid for yard signs, who has refused to tell you how much he spent on advertising. And that, folks, is a violation. But your Secretary of State won't do anything about it because he's an extreme leftist, and he's too busy covering up for that other crap. And Tim Vadron, you're right. Building issues cost us the Shelbourne Music Festival. They'd cost us God knows how many businesses who have come in and looked how much it's going to cost them to build. And they think, well, we don't need to be in Ely that bad. And those people who insist on saying why there's no local business, that's your answer. Well, part of your answer. As Thomas Sowell said, the problem isn't that Johnny can't read. The problem isn't even that Johnny can't think. The problem is that Johnny doesn't know what thinking is. He confuses it with feeling. And when you have county commissioners who are more concerned about their own pocketbook than doing what is right for the county, you got problems. Massive, massive problems. My opinions, not necessarily those of staff, management, or advertisers, but they ought to be. And you watch. Commissioner Dirt and his supporters are going to go to all of our advertisers and say, you shouldn't be supporting this crap on the radio. Of course, those are the same people that probably snack on lead paint chips. Okay, community calendar now. White Pine Ministerial Association Food Bank will be open this afternoon from 4:30 to 6:30 behind Economy Drug in Ely. Folks, they desperately need your help. If you can help the food bank, or if you even need help, call Pastor Bob Winder, 775-296-2665, 775-296-2665. Ely Senior Center lunch today is going to be roast pork tenderloin au gratin potatoes, Italian blend veggies, whole wheat bowl, and applesauce. Call Dana, 775-289-2742. 775-289-2742. The April 8th Catholic Charities event has been canceled. Their blood pressure wellness event. You're just going to have to depend on Merlin to check your blood pressure. You're going to have to do that. Merlin's a nice lady. She'll do that for you. Low impact exercise today at 10 o'clock at the Senior Center. One of the few good things this commission has done. Although Dana does most of the good hard work. The Senior Center needs volunteers needed to help stuff their eggs. That will be next Friday, the 4th, beginning after lunch, about 12:30. And they do need individually wrapped candy for the egg stuffing. And I'm going to go pick up some candy this weekend. I am. The fish fry tomorrow night at St. Lawrence Hall of Sacred Heart Catholic Church. That'll begin about 6 o'clock. Cornhole begins on Tuesday. If you want to get in on the Cornhole League, contact Jamie, 775-934-1658, a poetry workshop at the library on Saturday at noon. And I'm running out of time here. Let's see. Today at the library, I got no events at the library today. That helps. Sagebrush Quilters, 1 to 4 today at St. Bartholomew's Episcopal Church in the Undercroft. And items for the community calendar, email me, nevadatalknet@gmail.com, nevadatalknet@gmail.com, facebook.com/KELY1230, and on the X machine at Nevada Talk. Good morning, it's 8:30.